Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, June 7th. Skipped yesterday, played D&D with my buddies. It was fun. Also found out from work that they did need me for helping with the training group again today, so I didn't get off work until 6:30. Another short evening on a Tuesday. So I'm pulling out that same disc as last week. Still gonna have to wait before getting back into Harry Potter. More fairy tale family classics. But you know what? The last one for this disc, and I have to get through these for this year's resolution of watching all the movies on this shelf. So now it's Sleeping Beauty, an 88-minute film. So it's still nice and short. Also from 1987. These are all 1987, the year I was born, looks like, so, yeah. I haven't really enjoyed either of the first two. Admittedly, Sleeping Beauty, because of Disney, is a story I'm a little more familiar with. We will watch this and see. Is it moderately okay? I'll talk about that in just a moment, after watching Sleeping Beauty. And I would give Sleeping Beauty a 3.7 out of 10. It's on par with the other two. It's whatever, as expected. From the back of the box. Morgan Fairchild stars with Sylvia Miles and Tani Welch in this heartwarming children's favorite based on the classic fairy tale by Charles Perrault. When the unsuspecting queen angers an evil fairy, Princess Rosebud is put under a spell. The only way to rescue her is for a handsome prince bold enough to brave the fairy's wrath to find her and break the spell with one kiss. With exquisite period costumes and an outstanding cast, Sleeping Beauty is a wonderfully entertaining film that the whole family can enjoy, is what they wrote about their own movie. The prince does not have to brave the fairy's wrath. It's not like Disney's version where he has to go, like, fight against Maleficent. Once the red fairy has, made sure that Rosebud pricks her finger on the spinning wheel, she's gone. She doesn't do anything else. She leaves. She's done. Doesn't care. Exquisite period costumes. I mean, I can even say, sure, some of the costumes look cool. And I guess they're inspired by that general concept of period wear. Outstanding cast, they're fine. Some of the cast is definitely not chosen based on their ability to sing, or even if, I should say different, because some of them, they can sing and part of their song is great and they're doing fine, but they're given a song with a wider range than they can reach. And so parts of the song go to notes where it's kind of scratchy, and I'm pretty tone deaf and I can notice. So, so there's that. So the point of this movie is that if your child were, say, under an evil curse and you and everybody else knows about it, the best thing to do is keep secrets from your child. That's how to keep them in danger, if you want to do that, apparently. While it's on my mind, there is a point in the movie where these fairies are granting their gifts to the child. And the music plays, and my brain goes, wait a minute. I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. Wait, no, that's the music to the song from Disney's version. How did you get away with copying that? So I looked it up. Once Upon a Dream, from the 1959 animated musical fantasy film Sleeping Beauty, produced by Walt Disney, blah blah blah, lyrics, etc. music adapted. The song's melody is based on the Grande Valse Viglianese, I don't know, nicknamed the Garland Waltz, from the 1890 ballet The Sleeping Beauty by Stravinsky. Oh, so that is a traditional song, like the actual music. So that's why they were able to use it. But overall movie, we got this elf fella, and he's like pulling some tricks, and he decides to do something nice because Elder Elf tells him he has to, or he'll be banished. So he helps the queen so that she can have a child, because that's what she wants. So that's nice. And so she has her baby, and they're like, and so she's like, you know, I guess she's pro-elf at this point, so she says, invite all the fairies. So like, we'll invite all the fairies. So we need 9 golden plates, because there's 9 fairies. And so they go tell the guy in the kitchen, hey, prepare the 9 golden plates. And he's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We only have 8. So instead of, as they're sending out the invitations, also sending someone to buy another golden plate, or, I don't know, it's the king, have one crafted, they scratched the red fairy off the list, because they don't know her. Sure, apparently all the fairies are sisters, but she's not going to find out. Well, she finds out, and so she comes and bestows the curse of death. White Fairy hasn't given the gift, so White Fairy says, not death, but sleep, for 100 years until the prince comes. So then we cut ahead to Princess Rosebud in tattered clothes. And there's this whole, like, ordeal, because apparently for the last 16 years after the king said, we banish all spinning wheels, have them all burned, and one was missed, of course, but they never thought, like, trade with other kingdoms and, like, import fabric. They just decided that no one in the kingdom got new fabric or clothes. So then here, right around the time that Princess is 16, they're like, okay, yeah, someone comes up with the idea. Let's go, like, to another kingdom and get some fabric and bring it back. But the king and queen apparently are the ones that go on this kind of mission for bartering. So they leave, and the princess is now alone, and she's exploring the castle, and this cloaked figure kind of leads her to notice, like, an area behind some vines that she's never seen before, and she goes up a tower, and she finds a spinning wheels up there, and someone's working on it. But then she leaves, but then that night she sneaks back, so no reason that she ever left. And she talks to the person, and they're like, oh yeah, it's simple, this is a spinning wheel, you never seen one of these before, what's going on? And this 16-year-old kid is all like, well, of course I have, how does it work? And she's like, I'll show you, here. And touch right here, and they picks her finger, falls asleep. And then the person pulls off their mask and is like, I'm the red fairy. And then leaves. And then the little elf, it's kind of been watching over things, and it fell asleep when he was supposed to be watching her while king and queen were gone. Comically jumps to the white fairy's realm and is all like, please, she's gonna wake up and have, like, nobody she cares about. And he's all upset, and she's like, okay, well, I can do a little more. So she comes, and she puts the rest of the kingdom to sleep. Okay, so a lot of familiar aspects here. And then she's like, you know, and the queen was like, but what if marauders come? She's like, I'll protect the princess, don't worry. And so she has vines cover the kingdom. And it's actually a cool scene. Vines are, like, being spun out of the spinning wheel itself to spread across the kingdom. And we cut forward, and this prince is all looking for something missing in his life as he wanders the woods, and he's like, I've never seen this place before. And the elf, now much longer beard to show he's old, is like, yes, no, if you're a real prince, go in. As there's, like, skeletons of apparently fake princes that have tried before. And he wanders in this dark and dank thing, and it looks kind of cool. And he finds his way to the princess, and he kisses her, and a curtain of vines goes up, and all the vines are gone. Which, as my brain is loving this new set dressing, because, admittedly, most of the sets are the same as the sets from Rumpelstiltskin, and I think one town shot was one of the sets from Hansel and Gretel as well, if I'm assessing it right. Like, I'm thinking they're just reusing sets from the other couple of movies they did this year. Like, heavy reuse of that. But they have this covered in vines right now, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, and then they just immediately get rid of it. I'm like, oh. And, of course, he kissed this woman that he's never spoken with before, that he just found and decided, she's pretty, I need myself a princess. And so now they're madly in lust with each other, because that's the fairy tale trope, though, isn't it? That you just find your true love, and that's just right, and you don't have to get to know someone. I'm certainly positive I wasn't cynical about that when I was a child. I am now. But I mean, she's pretty, right? Depending on how you look at it, she's either 16 or 116, so really, whatever. And so they march off, and I mean, it seems like it's maybe like they're getting married, but that's because when the white fairy like covered everything in vines, she also turned the princess's dress into like what looks like a wedding dress. Yeah. I feel like if the king and queen had just been honest with their daughter of, yes, the reason that we don't have fabric or spinning wheels is you. You were put under a curse, and so you got to stay away from those. And so we kept them away to make sure you would, that it wouldn't like have an accident. And then when she saw through a door, oh, there's one there, she would know, oh, that's a curse thing. I should need to stay away from that, and not, oh, let's go poke my finger on it. Whatever. More lessons in being a bad parent. But yeah, so. And the little cover image has the prince and princess. Like, he doesn't show up until the last, like, 6 minutes of the film. Oh, well. So, yeah, I mean, some not great singing, some wardrobe and sets that are to the quality of a local production of like stage theater show. It's kind of the quality that they go for. Not the kind of quality you'd want to, immortalize on film. Not the kind of quality even like a professional, like an upper end company would do for stage. Like, you're not going to get like a Broadway show with this kind of costume or set dressing. But like the local community college, like they do at least that good of quality. But you know what? I have finished the movies on this box. This box gets to move forward on the shelf. And so that's one more box forward. So that has been accomplished. I have seen the things. I had never seen this before. And now I have seen it. So I have watched something that I had never watched before. So I mean, that's saying something. But it is late, so I need to get to bed, be ready for work tomorrow. Thank you for joining me, and join me as my journey continues. Bye.